Marlboro, New Jersey is known for its quiet suburban neighborhoods, great school systems, and proximity to New York City. So today we are going to be touring two different neighborhoods, subdivisions that are going to be less than $1 million in Marlboro. So before we get started with the video though, if it is your first time to the channel, my name is Steve McCutcheon, and I'm a realtor at Berkshire Hathaway. And on the Live in Central New Jersey channel, we cover everything related to the Central Jersey real estate market. So if you want to be the first one to know what's going on in either Monmouth or Ocean County real estate, feel free to click the bell, hit the subscribe button. Let's get the video started. Our first subdivision of the day is going to be Monmouth Heights. It's located directly off of Route 79 and 18, so it gives great access for commuters. And the Garden State Parkway is probably about a 15-minute drive up Route 79 as well, so that's not too far away either. Being that it's good for commuters and getting into New York City, there's a couple different options that you can take. The first one will be driving yourself. I would say this is about an hour. A good day if there's no traffic, you can get there pretty much an hour flat. More likely than not, probably an hour and a half when you add in just the backup and typical congestion that we have. Easiest route, in my opinion, would be taking Route 18 up to Route 9, and then either from there, the Garden State Parkway or the New Jersey Turnpike, depending on which part of New York City you have to get into. Second option would be taking the train. Now, there's not going to be a train directly in Marlboro. You're going to have to drive up to Aberdeen, so you use Route 79 again, going up north. Then you have the Matawan-Aberdeen train station over there. From the ride, probably about 15-ish minutes to get to Aberdeen section, maybe where the train's at, and another ride on the train's gonna be about an hour-ish to an hour and 10 minutes. So again, kind of the same time frame as driving yourself, and that brings you into Penn Station. Last option is going to be taking the bus, and this, in my opinion, if you're going to use public transportation, definitely easier to take the bus because they have a park and ride, which is basically a location that drops you drop your car off, the bus picks you up from there, and then you take that into the city. That's going to bring you into Port Authority, and again, that's probably about the same time frame too. One thing to mention though is just price point wise, if you are going to be commuting, the train and the bus are roughly going to be about the same, so just really no difference on that, just I guess location or preference. Driving yourself out of the three options is now going to be the most expensive because of, as we're making this video at least, and in 2025, New York hit New Jersey with congestion toll tax, so driving yourself into the city between the peak hours, I think it's like 5 a.m. to 9 p.m., they upped the charge heavily, and it's now more expensive to be driving into the city because they want to cut down on emissions, traffic, and to my knowledge, it actually seems to be working because I know my father-in-law commutes into the city every day, and he said basically 20 to 30 minutes off his daily commute every single day now. Getting back into Monmouth Heights, the neighborhood, it was built in around the 1960s and 1970s, so the homes here will be about 50 to 60 years old, although many of them have been updated since then, so you shouldn't be dealing with too many that are going to be outdated. They will mostly consist of colonials, bi-levels, and ranch-style homes. Kind of see a little bit behind me here. A little bit of everything on that shot. And I would say about 4 to 5 beds for the most part on these. So overall, really decent-sized homes. About 2,000 up to 2,500 square feet, and price point-wise, you're looking between about $700,000 to $900,000. Really not bad, and that's going to be your ballpark price for single-family homes in the Monmouth County area, especially Marlboro, Manalapan, Freehold, if you're looking in that more central region. Each home sits on roughly about half an acre, so also a decent lot size where you can have a backyard, maybe fence it in, animals, and then even possibly a pool. Although with this community, if you ever see that there's a $30 or $40 a month HOA fee, it's not really. It's a one-time. They have a private swim club here, pool, clubhouse, so it's really good for families, especially during the summertime, and the annual fee is about $410 if you pay early. So if you see it on like Zillow or Realtor or one of those websites, they might have like a $40 HOA fee like a month. It's really not. You are still responsible for all your maintenance on the property, including your roof, landscape and snow removal, and that kind of stuff. For amenities in the area, you can kind of drive to a couple different locations. So first off, like we said earlier in the video, you're close to Route 18. So if you want to hop on there and take that up to the shops in Old Bridge, that's a possibility for you. They're also going to have a Costco over there that's located in Marlboro, so it's kind of right on that border. And there's a couple different plazas over on that. If you want to drive a little farther south and then west, you can get into Manalapan and over Route 9 on in that section. You're going to have a Wegmans, Target, I think a Marshall's over there, a couple different restaurants. If you go a little bit farther up Route 9 to Marlboro, then you have a ShopRite, different restaurants like Buffalo Wild Wings, or if you want more of a small business feel, Nona's, that's going to be my favorite. Love going there. It's Italian style, family style Italian restaurant, and it's awesome in my opinion. So there's just literally Route 9 is going to be your main spot. 79 is going to have a couple different strip malls and shopping plazas to go on, but overall, if you need anything, you're no more than 15 minutes away from pretty much any store or location you're going to have. We're at our second location of the day, or second subdivision, and that's going to be Whittier Oaks West. This is located in the more northwestern part of Marlboro and situated off of Route 9 as well, so it's in a pretty good location if you're thinking about commuting to the city. There are some minor differences that I would use from this location compared to Monmouth Heights, more in the southern part of Marlboro. So up here, being off of Route 9, you wouldn't have to hop on Route 18. If you're driving yourself, it's just strictly Route 9 to either Garden State Parkway or the New Jersey Turnpike, whichever one works best for you. I did forget to mention the Turnpike and Garden State Parkway are going to be toll roads. I kind of mentioned it with the congestion tolls that we have going into New York City, but Route 9 will be non-toll while the other ones are. If you're going to be taking the bus, you wouldn't use the same bus stop as before. There's actually a parking right about 2 minutes away from here, roughly about the same distance as the last neighborhood to theirs, but this one's off of Union Road. And then taking the train, you wouldn't drive into the Aberdeen Marlboro one. You would take the one over in South Amboy, which is about like a 50-minute ride. They're both on the same rail line. It's just that South Amboy is another stop or two ahead of where the Marlboro Aberdeen or Mattawanna Aberdeen one would be at. Getting back into Whittier Oaks, the development, it was built about the same time frame as Monmouth Heights, just slightly newer. So this one was more 70s to 80s versus 60s and 70s. So maybe shave 5 to 10 years off the house, depending on exactly which model you got at the time. Style-wise, sorry about the cars, we hear them in the background. Style-wise, you have colonials, split levels, and ranches here. Get a little shop behind me. So nothing really too much of a difference on that note. Price point-wise, about the same. I would say $700 to $850, maybe up into the $900. So Monmouth Heights be a little bit more expensive than this one, but it wouldn't be by much. Lot sizes here, probably about half an acre up to 3/4, so a little bit bigger than Monmouth Heights. There wouldn't be a swim club for this one, so amenities-wise, you'd be down that. But there is the Marlboro Swim Club nearby, so if that's something that you're interested in, that wouldn't be far off. Checking in on the amenities, it's the exact same as what we talked about with Monmouth Heights, but from this location, since you're only 1 to 2 minutes from Route 9, you are going to be closer to a lot of them, so you save a little bit on a time of a drive. And same thing with the commute to work, you might shave an extra 5 or 10 minutes off. But I mean, that's pretty much about it. The other thing we want to talk about is going to be the school districts. So Marlboro has a separate school district from the high school. So the high school is going to be part of the Freehold Regional High School District, whereas the Marlboro school district is actually just going to be K through 8th. They're both very good, both going to be ranked in A. At least according to niche.com. For Marlboro Elementary and Middle School, it's going to be 2 separate ones from this location versus Monmouth Heights, but both of these will be districted to Marlboro High School. Because it's in a regional district, sometimes you get towards the borders of other townships, you might be districted to a separate high school than what your town actually is. So for Marlboro, if you're in the very southern part, your child would actually go into Coast Neck High School, but then still be a part of the Marlboro Middle and Elementary schools for those locations. So just something to be aware about. Also, every child just wants to attend a different high school in the district. There's 6 of them: Marlboro, Manalapan, Howell, Colesneck, Freehold Township, and Freehold Borough. Your child has to apply to something called the Magnet Program, which is in 8th grade. They put an application in. It's very competitive, and looks great on college applications if that's something they're into or they're looking to do in the future. And each school has like their own special program that they have. So for instance, Colesneck has ROTC, Marlboro would be the business school, Howell's FPAC has dance and fine arts, acting, the list goes on and on, right? So if they want to, they can apply in 8th grade, and then they would be districted or be sent to that high school if accepted into the program. It would be if they ever dropped out, reverted back to their old high school. So it's just something to kind of look into. And like I said, it's very competitive, looks good on college applications, and overall, if you just want to go into a different school, make new friends, that kind of thing, your child can do so. Just to wrap everything up between the 2 subdivisions, overall the homes themselves, between the styles and the price points, lot size, everything's about roughly the same. The location's going to differ between your either commute to work or just what you want to be closer to. So if you want to be a little bit farther north in Marlboro and closer to Route 9 and the amenities, a little bit shorter of a commute to work, this location in Whittier Oaks, which I'm in now, that'd be a better option. But if that's not important to you, you want to be more on the southern portion, maybe a little bit closer even to like the beaches, maybe Monmouth Heights would be a better location for you. Sorry with all the cars. But yes, if you want to move to the Marlboro area, thinking about moving here, feel free to reach out. All my contact information will be down low in the comments and descriptions. So whether you're 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, even a year out, doesn't matter to me. Let's just get you on the right path towards your real estate goals. If you're looking to move to a different part of the Central Jersey area, check out 2 videos popping up, and hopefully I'll be able to too. Have a great day.